Thank you so much for your service.
I'm amazed by the process of it all.
Yes.
Right? And of course, I've been kind of in tune with it with you, but just the process and the forethought that you had to say what you just said, where you started with certain grades and then added one,
right.
Even with the Saturday program and calling on the other churches to add in, all of that amazes me. And I love that it all came together, right? And it makes perfect sense when you think about it that way, but that's usually not how people go.
Well,
usually people go straight on in, but.
Yeah, and let me say this too. Because of the success of the Carter G. Woodson Academy, I was hired by Jefferson County Public Schools to help them start the second preparatory academy for boys of color. And they named theirs the W.E.B. Du Bois Academy.
Right.
So in Louisville now we have the W.E.B. Du Bois Academy. Bowling Green has started a mini Carter G. Woodson Prep Academy.
Awesome.
So
okay.
They have their Owensboro is working now to start a prep academy, and also Paducah is talking about it. So this is my only,
yeah. That's my hometown.
Is that right?
Yeah,
so,
I was actually born in Bowling Green, hometown of Paducah.
Is that right? So Bowling Green has a program, Owensboro's working. But let me say this is not rocket science. This can be adapted anywhere in the United States. And let me say this on the podcast. If there's a church out there that wants to start a B.M.W. or something similar to B.M.W. in your town, please call me. Please email me. We will help you. I'm working with a church now in Beaumont, Texas, that wants to start a B.M.W. If we are going to change the trajectory and the lives of African Americans, who better knows how to teach Black kids than Black folk?
True.
Yes.
And so we are going to have to go back to the basics, to that environment and that culture that I talked about, where we work together. So if there's a church or a group out there that you want to do something, start with something small and build it, to have a program to help save the Black boys in your area. Bill, the gentleman who used to be over the over United Way here, Bill Farmer. Bill Farmer has moved back to North Carolina, and he started a small group like B.M.W.
Really?
And so, yes, he started a small group there in North Carolina, in his hometown. And so anyone can do this. It's not rocket science. And I tell people, if you want to start a B.M.W., you got to have the 4 C's. Number 1 is commitment, because we're good at starting programs. We get tired, and then we quit. And then guess who it hurts? The child. So you got to have commitment. You got to have consistency. You can't start 1 month and not meet for 3 months later. So you got to be consistent. And then number 3, you got to have compassion, because these young men came from backgrounds that may not be similar to yours, but you got to exercise compassion. And number 4, you got to have connections. And that's where my husband came in. He's connected. He knows the resources. You got to have somebody who's connected that can help you navigate that Chamber of Commerce system in order to get the funding that you need to run your program.
Right. Love it.
I have so many other questions. I don't want to hold your time. I know you're a busy person.
You guys, it's been a joy and a pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you.
If I could just have a couple more minutes, because I want people to support you. So how can people support you? Like, where can they, whether it be financial, whether it be time, commitment, how can they support you and how can they find you? Well,
let me say this, that you can email me at rakins@bracktown, that's BRACKTOWN at bracktown.org. If you want to volunteer or if you want to support us financially, it would be great. We're planning to take, I think it's 50 boys to Egypt this year. So if anybody would like to donate to help one of those young men to go on that trip, that would be great. Our little kindergartners, they're going on a 1-day trip, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. So we have 4 or 5 trips. If anybody would like to contribute toward helping with that. or any way, time, talent, or your treasure. We'll take it all. And so all you have to do is email me, rakins@bracktown.org, or you can call me at 859-227-2663. And if you don't have my phone number, you're probably one of few who does not.
I got to come and see those kindergartners. That'll just make my heart.
You ought to see them. They're adorable. They really are.
I'm going to do it.
Thank you so much for your time. I will definitely include all this information, and thank you for your willingness to come on this podcast. So.
It's this is my calling. So Dana, proud of you. All right. Hopefully I'll see you when you come home next week.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see if we can make it.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Dana, go ahead and such a wonderful guest today.
She's great. She is great.
A resource that is needed, that is welcomed, and is appreciated.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to helping out where I can, and appreciate for everything that you do. So
you're welcome.
We all come from good people. So
right. Like who your people? Good
who
people.
Your people? We all people. That village
right.
talk.
We all people.
I definitely do.
Wonderful people.
So in closing, once again, I appreciate everyone for your attention, and we will join together again next conversation. So I hope this message reaches you well and helps you along the way. Be encouraged and make this day, evening, or night a great time. And until next time, appreciate you.
Nothing ever was handed, all about respect, never about ego. Wish I could have retired a long time ago and disappeared way beyond the trees. But my homies kept influencing me, said they needed to hear my lyrics, like my flow, cause they felt my spirit. Plus the people needed to hear it. A conversation with conscientious lyrics.